So I've always been around this stuff and never knew that it was a part of me until I moved out and still gravitated towards it.
Take a look at how a dream in the head of a little black girl became a reality, and she became a female entrepreneur for culture. Welcome to Archive Charlotte. It can be described as a black-owned coffee shop / book nook / community gathering place for history and nostalgia. Archive Charlotte is located on the historic west side at Beatty's Road and LaSalle Street.
Bez, Cheryese, nice to meet you.
For the owner, Cheryese Terry, the seeds for this cultural hub were first planted as she grew up with her adopted older parents, devoted church members who raised her to respect all and to always seek knowledge.
So I was old people cheering, they call it, in a church girl. And I was able to stand and do youth sermons, and I took it serious. I was never scared, but I always understood the power of fellowship.
That child of old people was very observant, from reading and loving the magazines of her parents' era to embracing vintage clothing, homes, and furniture.
So I initially started collecting Ebony and Jet magazines from the 70s, around the time she would have been in her 20s. And I thought it was cool, the bell bottoms, the platforms, and just black living.
Over time, she created a collection that sparked the beginning of her online shop, selling vintage magazines and books and starting an online book club. Yet she knew there was a next level.
I crowdfunded $40,000 in 40 days to get this.
And with that, Archive Charlotte became a reality, with writing help from friend and college professor Takia Harper Shipman.
When she was ready to start crowdfunding, she came to me and she was like, can you help me with the language and writing up the crowdfunding? A lot of it really does come down to teasing out all of the important components of what are your core values? What do you plan to do with the money? How do you plan to be sustainable?
The space pays homage to Black history and culture. You can see it in the montages of classic magazines and books for sale in the store, down to the custom wallpaper, a la Cheryese in the bathroom.
So these first 2 rows, everybody's looking directly at you. And then
made from old magazine ads and pictures of African Americans dressed to the nines. But the real impact is felt by the customers, who say they have found their niche.
I actually was just online and I Googled black coffee shops in Charlotte, and this came up.
One, I think the coffee is incredible. That's one, but also just kind of the environment of just being able to kind of come.
Where you at in there?
I'm at 40, well, I'm just getting to page 44, but I
come for the familial experience, come to learn a little bit about the black experience, the black culture through literature, through magazines, through articles, through books. You come in a stranger and you leave like family.
See y'all later.
It feels like home. It feels like community.
For one new to the city, finding a comfort space and finding books is akin to finding a treasure.
The Souls of Black Folk. I always wanted to buy it, never did, but I'm so glad I got this edition. And then just any of these, I don't see them anywhere. Any book that I find, every time I come in here, I'm like, what a find. I just don't even know how to describe it really. It's like kismet.
You can come in and have coffee, and you can pick up a magazine or pick up a book, and I can't wait to kind of bring my family back here, and we spend an afternoon in the city and enjoy these vibes.
I brought it for you actually to see.
Oh, okay.
The little girl who grew up with no heat or air conditioning in her west side Charlotte home, one that burned down, leading to the loss of her own family memories, well, she knows the hardships of the unhoused outside her business doors.
Having that experience of my physical history being wiped away with one fire, I thought about the unhoused people that don't have access to photography or who's documenting their life. They matter, they have an importance to us and to history.
So she invites them in, and she takes their pictures to display in Archive Charlotte, because it is their city too.
I never want, especially my people, to feel othered. this is a nice new shiny thing. And oftentimes we can get this thing and forget about what's going on outside.
The mom of 3 is proud to be able to employ her teenage daughter while exposing her girls to building a business and making dreams come true. She also knows this small corner of the world is filling a need in the community.
Where in Charlotte can you go during the daytime and it's majority Black people of all generations without it being an event or a restaurant? So I feel like Archive answered a need in that sense. I'm so glad that y'all came. It's so nice to meet you.
And from the looks of it, it's a sentiment shared by those who enjoy this cozy corner of the world. For Carolina Impact, I'm B. Thompson.
Thanks for watching, and if you don't want to miss any more great regional stories, please subscribe to our PBS Charlotte YouTube channel.